Welcome to my next video. This is timer 66 on some of the vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine, coronaviruses that are out there. Before we get into this, if you want to subscribe, please subscribe and ring the bell for future updates. I'll be doing multiple series on the different vaccines that's going through and how some of the testing's almost getting done and how they're rushing through different testing. Still don't know how it's going to work out, but we'll see how it goes. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Vaccines typically require years of research, which they're not doing now, and testing before reaching the clinic. But scientists are racing to produce a safe and effective coronavirus vaccine by next year. They're already getting pretty close right now. But folks, if you could leave a comment below how you feel if they're rushing this vaccine, because we don't know the side effects of it, don't know what's going to happen, or if it should be late and took the time taken. I know this coronavirus is taking a lot of lives, making people sick, but we got to make sure we have a vaccine that's actually going to work good. Researchers are testing 52 vaccines in clinical trials on humans as of right now, and at least 87 preclinical vaccines are under active investigation in animals. Work began in January with the deciphering of the SARS virus, the COVID-19. The first vaccine safety trials in humans started in March, and now 10 have reached the final stages of testing. Some of these trials will fail, and others may end up without a clear result. But a few vaccines may succeed in stimulating the immune system to produce effective antibodies against the virus. But like I said, we don't know what else it's going to produce. If it's going to produce stuff that's harmful for you, or what's the side effects down the road. It'd be nice if they could get something that could actually stop this, even though they cannot actively get something to stop the regular flu virus. Just seems all a little hastily getting this done here, but hopefully it'll work out fine and they actually have something that could cure it. I've seen one of my next coming up video shows one that's 80 or 90%, has a good rate of 80 and 90% that if you take it to prevent you from getting a coronavirus, which is really good. Take it twice a year, I think they said, and you 80-90% chance that you will not get it. That would stop this virus by next summer. Here's the status of all the vaccines that have reached trials in humans, along with a selection of promising vaccines still being tested in animals. While these vaccines may potentially prevent infections, they cannot cure the disease. For an overview of the treatments for COVID, if you have it, it doesn't do nothing, I don't think. But you could take it to prevent you from getting it, is what I understand. There is future videos coming up with all of these here in the test results. I got the videos already made, but they'll be spaced out like 12 hours apart. Again, if you click the subscribe button and ring the bell, you'll get a notification of these next videos. These are a name of some of the stages where the testing goes through. You got the preclinical testing. New York, one based Scientists test a new vaccine on cells, then give it to animals such as mice or monkeys to see if it produces an immune response. We have confirmed 87 preclinical vaccines in active development. Phase 1 safety trials. Scientists give the vaccines to a small number of people, very small number, to test safety and doses as well as to confirm that it stimulates the immune system. Phase 2 expanded trials. Scientists give the vaccine to hundreds of people, split into groups such as children and elderly to see if the vaccines act differently in them. These trials further test the vaccine's safety and ability to stimulate the immune system. Phase 3 efficacy trials. Scientists give the vaccine to thousands of people and wait to see how many become infected. Wow. Compare with volunteers who receive a placebo. These trials can determine if the vaccine protects against the coronavirus. In June, the FDA advised vaccine makers that they would want to see evidence that the vaccines can protect at least 50% of those who receive it. In addition, Phase 3 trials are large enough to reveal evidence of relatively rare side effects that might be missed in earlier studies. Then you got the approval part. Regulators in each country review the trial's results and decide whether to approve the vaccine or not. During a pandemic, a vaccine may receive emergency use authorization before getting formal approval. Once the vaccine is licensed, researchers continue to monitor people who receive it to make sure it's safe and effective. Combine phases. One way to accelerate vaccine development is to combine phases. Some coronavirus vaccines are now in phase 1 and 2 trials, for example, in which they are tested for the first time on hundreds of people. Note that our tracker counts a combined phase of 1 and 2 trial as both phase 1 and 2. Now that is when you know you're hurrying, when you take the safety of phase 1 and combine it with the safety of phase 2 and run them both at the same time. Just my opinion again on that. But this is how they test vaccines before they're approved by the FDA. You have a pause. A pause is if an investigator observes worrying symptoms in volunteers. They can put a trial on pause. After an investigation, the trial may resume or be abandoned. Well, folks, that's the stages of how they go through to approve by the FDA and around the world of vaccines, and what they're doing here on this coronavirus, trying to hurry up and push through to get some kind of something passed, some kind of vaccine passed, so that it can control and slow this down or try to stop it and help out Americans and people around the world. Don't know how it's going to work out. It's rushed. People don't like to see things rushed. A lot of folks might just sit back and let other people try it first to see how it works out. But anyways, leave a comment below how you feel, if this is being rushed along, or if they're taking just the right amount of time, or if they're being too slow. Again, I have other videos coming right up after this one here with all the different types of medicine that they're using here that they're going to hurry up and get passed by next summer here. Again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. And if you want to see future updates on other videos, please click subscribe and ring the bell. And most of all, take care and be safe.